Hello, Trân. Hello, Trân. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Very good. Now, we start our lesson with the regular test first. I say with you this one. You will work it on the screen or you want to write it down?
Can you say again?
Do you want to work it on the screen? Work the test on the screen, or you want to write it down and send me the paper later?
Write on the paper.
Okay. Now, wait for a while. I say it again. Oh, why it just...
Teacher.
What?
I write on the screen.
You want to write on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now, please wait. I say it again. Why is it just... You can see nothing on this file. How about now, Trân? Can you see it clearly in full screen?
Yes.
Okay. Now we have the test number 5. Now let's start with the first part, listening. Okay. Now task 1, listen and analyze. There's one example. Okay. Now we start with this one. Can you see the screen clearly? The picture.
Yes.
Okay. Now we start with this one. Let me know if you need to hear it the second time. Okay. If not, we can continue. Now, can you hear it clearly?
Listen and look. There is one example.
Yes.
This is a great photo of the station, Dad.
Yes, well, the 8:35 city train was late. We had to wait on the platform for an hour.
Oh, who's that person? The one who's reading the newspaper?
By the bin? That's George. I often sit next to him on our journey to work.
Rồi.
What?
Can you see the line?
Nghe nó cứ bị giật giật đó con.
No, maybe we need to I turn off my video. Now, can you hear clearly now, more clearly?
This is an example.
Can you hear it?
Now you listen and
Yes.
Okay, now start. Let me know if is there any
four
problem.
lines.
Do you know that man? The one in the uniform?
Yes, his first name's Harry, but I don't know his surname. He gave us the information we needed about our train. Yes, he's pointing to the timetable on the screen.
One person sitting on their suitcase.
That's right. Her name's Katie.
I love her sunglasses.
Do you? She goes to college in the city. She wants to be a designer. Of clothes, I mean.
Great. And who's the person under the umbrella?
The one reading their e-book.
No, the one on the left.
Her name's Sophia. She's a very clever businesswoman.
Who's the man with the little girl?
Oh, is it Richard? Robert. Yes, that's right. That's his daughter in the spotted coat.
You know lots of people, don't you?
Well, most of them catch the same train as me each day. I know that woman too, the one with her hands in her pockets.
How do you know her?
Well, she works in my office building. She's called Emma.
Her bag's enormous.
She carries a laptop in. I think it's really heavy.
So do I.
Do you want
Now
to
listen to part 1 again.
listen for number 4 or all of it?
Number 4.
Okay, 4.
That's his daughter in the spotted coat. Richard? No, let me think.
Little girl.
She's a very clever businesswoman.
And with a little girl.
Oh, is it Richard? No, let me think. It's Robert. Yes, that's right. That's his daughter in the spotted coat.
You know lots of people, don't you?
Well, most of them catch the same train as me each day. I know that woman too, the one with her hands in her pockets.
How do you know her?
Okay. Now we move to the next one. Task 2. We have task 2 here. I erase all of these, your last answer. Now, task 2. We have listen and write. There is one example. My favorite pop star. Okay, 8 of the first singing lesson 10. Now listen for the next term. You have five sentences to need to fill in with your information you hear. Now listen.
Part 2. Listen and look. There is one example.
Hello, Zoe. I'm so happy to meet you. You're my favorite pop star. Can you answer some of my questions for me? I'd like to write about you in our school magazine.
Of course.
When did you have your first singing lesson?
My parents knew that I was quite good at singing. So when I was 10, they decided to find me a teacher. I loved having lessons with her.
That's amazing.
Can you see the answer? Now you listen and write.
Which is your favorite song?
The one that's called Winter. That's the one that I like best.
Oh, I always think of snow when I hear that.
So do I.
And where do you enjoy singing best? At theaters?
When I'm not practicing, I love singing at festivals most of all.
I've been to 2 of those.
Great.
Have you got a manager?
Yes, he's wonderful. He's looked after me very well for the last 2 years.
What's his name?
Michael Sparks. You spell that S-P-A-R-K-S.
Thanks. Do you eat or drink anything special before you go onto the stage? Like water, perhaps?
Well, I always have some honey. It helps me a lot with my singing.
And what do you like wearing most? That white jacket is brilliant.
It is nice. But the answer to your question is my necklace. I always put that on.
It's really lovely.
Thank you. But I must go now. Sorry.
That's okay. Thanks for answering my questions.
Do you want to listen for the second time?
No.
Okay, now we move next term. We have the task with reading, the next part, reading and writing. Here, task 3. Helen has started to learn to play drums. What does Helen say to Katie? Read the conversation and choose the best answer. Which letter from A to H for each answer? You don't need to use all the letters. There's one example. Example here. Katie, where did you start having drum lessons? D. Last year, the drums were my birthday present. Okay. And now your turn, please. You have 5 sentences here. Now let's do it, John. Okay. Do you want to change any in your answer? Any answers, John?
No.
No. Okay. Good. Now, next, please. You correct all of this. Task 4. Look at the picture and read the story. Write some words to complete the sentences about the story. You can use 1, 2, 3, or 4. The reading is about the golf ball. Let me know when you finish the reading.
Finish teacher.
Okay. Now, this is the examples. One day, Richard invited Emma to play golf with him. They decided to play in the park that were by the river. Okay, now your turn, please. From 1 to 4 here. Do you want to change something in number 2? Is it enough? Okay. Now next turn. Number 5 to number 7. Okay. Okay. Next, please. Next part done. We have speaking. Speaking here. Now, that's fine. Look at the pictures and describe several differences. Is it?
In picture 1, there are 2 children under the blue table. But in picture 2, there is one child under the blue table.
Okay.
In picture A, the weather is rainy, but in picture B, the weather is sunny.
Yes.
In this picture, the boy is looking inside the restaurant, but in this picture, the girl is looking inside the restaurant.
Okay.
Here, the woman with the hat has some food, but here the woman with a hat has some drink. In the picture 1, the green table just have a paper and bottle of flour. But in the picture 2, the green table has some paper, a knife, fork, and a bottle of flour.
Okay. That's all?
Uh,
Is there anything else?
and in this picture, here the picture on the wall is the butterfly, but here the picture on the wall is the swan.
Okay. Anything else, John? That's all.
In this picture, the old man is reading some envelope, reading some letter, but in this picture, the man is reading a newspaper.
Yes. What else? Oh, that's all? Is it enough?
In picture A, it's 1 o'clock, but in picture B, it's 4 o'clock.
Okay.
In picture 1, there are some money and paper on the floor in front of the green table.
Yeah.
But in picture 2, there aren't any money and paper in front of the green table.
Okay. Yes. That's all, John?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Very good. And now we move next. Continue the story. A very good job. Frank's dad is walking in the garden, but he has lost one of his gloves. The dog had found the gloves. The glove. He's bringing it to Dad. Frank here? and this is his dad. Okay, that is the picture number 1. And now move to picture number 2 here. And here you have picture 3, picture 4, and that is picture 5. Okay, now continue the story. Oh.
Frank's
Mm.
Frank is in his room. He is fine. He is fine. His food and the dog had found the boot and it's bringing to Frank.
Hmm. Okay. Next.
Frank's mother is in the living room. She's by the newspaper. The dog has found the newspaper and it's given to Frank's mother.
Okay, good. Now move to picture number 4.
After that, the dog found the ball in the sand.
In the
In the
garden.
yeah,
In the garden. How about
in the garden, but it can't find it.
oh.
Frank's dad is holding the ball, and they give it to the dog. Finally, Frank's and his parents playing with the dog with the dog with the dog ball in the garden.
Are they happy?
They are very happy.
Okay. Now answer some question, please. Where do you live?
I live in a house.
Hmm. And who do you live with?
I live with my family.
How many rooms are there in your home?
There are 5 rooms in my house.
Okay, and where do you play?
I play in the garden.
Hmm. And can you tell me about your living room, John?
My living room is quite big. It has a sofa and 2 armchairs around and a table and a small table in front of the sofa.
Hmm.
There is a TV on the lounge on the floor. On the wall around the living room, there's some pictures.
That's all?
Yes.
Okay, good job, John. That's all about our test for today. Is there any question, John?
No, I don't.
Okay, good job. And now we continue with you sign out and we will get back with another part. Oh,
Yeah.
cái này nó bị lại quá giờ nữa rồi. Để cô gửi cho con cái không biết sao ta. Để cô gửi con link Google Meet nhé.
Yes.
Cô bằng luôn. Okay, thank you.